Guys, deluded, I'm back again. YouTube's N'Golo Kante, Lucas Torreira, Lionel Messi, the best YouTuber in this thing, without a doubt, without a doubt. Yeah, let's crack on. Joao Felipe, also known as Jota, which is on the back of his shirt. I mean, he's a Portuguese player. I've told you, lot, Portugal have a good crop of players collectively from 17s to 19s. As you've seen, obviously they've won the European Championship, 21s, and those kicking on onto the full national team. France quite rightly get all the praise for their developing players. I don't know what's in the water in France, but they're creating some great players. And for me, they're clearly a distance ahead of everyone, certainly European counterparts to a degree. But Portugal are developing some good players, and Joao Flipe is one of them. Obviously, for those of you that are sharp enough to remember, he actually had a trial at Manchester United at the age of 15 years of age with Virginia, who was Arsenal keeper now, and is obviously part of the under-19 side that won the championship. So he's a player that people have had their eyes on. I can probably see why they haven't made a move, because I have to be honest, I do think he has to develop a bit physically. I do think at times it's easy, especially 1-versus-1 with certain centre-halves and defenders, when he's pulled them out of position and done quite well on the counter-attack, which he's a massive threat from. He's easy to shepherd out of play. I do think he's probably a 10, but he's great. That's just me, on my bias of what I like to see with my 10s. He's a great player. For what he lacks physically, the way he's able to pick up pockets of spaces and disrupt other teams' positioning, his movement obviously ties into that. His movement's very good. Technical level's good. The man loves a step over. He can take a man on. He can get you out of your seat. He's a very good player. I mean, this under-19s championship, he's got 5 goals, 2 assists. I think he's the joint top goal scorer of the tournament. I think it's him, Keane, and Tricio. I can't even say his name, but another Portuguese lad that plays for Braga that's been badding up this tournament. Like I said, man, the flanks or the 10 role, he can play there. He's 19 years of age. I don't think he's made his Benfica debut, forgive me if I'm wrong, and he's mainly in their B side, so he's still waiting for the breakthrough. To a degree, but maybe his debut, if it hasn't happened already, forgive me if I'm wrong, comes later on in this year. And he's certainly a player I would have liked Arsenal to have got when he was 15, 16 and he had these trials. I'd probably still take him now. In fact, I would take him because I do believe he's got a big future. Ironically, he's Portugal's golden boy this time around. He was once Cristiano Ronaldo's mascot as a kid one time. So yeah, he's decent. Obviously, you saw him in the final grab about, 2 goals or so against Italy. Forgive me if I'm wrong. He definitely scored. I think he's got a big future. He can play on the flanks. He can play in the 10. He probably needs to develop physically a bit. Probably needs to at times be less nonchalant on the ball and learn how to affect the game when it's not going his way. By that I mean having to drop deep, you're getting muscled out, you're being crowded out. But undoubtedly he was one of the standout performers for me at this under-19s championship, and I do believe he's going to have a big future. So Joao Felipe, I hope you break through to the Benfica side and things like that, man. Like I said, I think his long term he should be a 10, but there's a big chance he has a career out wide because he's quick. The counter attacks that Portugal were coming with, and he was central to throughout the whole tournament. He's got a big future, man. Him and Tricio, like I said, of Braga. I don't know how much interest from other clubs are in there, but clubs should be looking at them at least, to be honest with you, man. Joao Felipe has actually made his debut at under-21s level as well, so he's I wouldn't say slightly ahead of this age group, but you can see why he's able to think faster and things like that. I really hope he's on the cusp of first team at Benfica. I'm going to pay a bit more attention to Benfica's academy this season as well. So yeah, man, he's someone that's impressed me this I keep saying World Cup, this European Championship, and I hope he goes back to his club with feeling a bit more bravado, composure, and just downright self-belief that he can break into Benfica national team, first team, or make your debut or whatever. But yeah, man, he's also got a decent scoring record at under-17s level for Portugal as well, man. I think in like 16 appearances, he's got 10 goals, so that's something decent, to be fair with you. So he's clearly got an eye for goal. He's got, he can improve his finishing, but he's not afraid to shoot as well. Like, for me, he's one of them players, if you're on the opposition's team or opposition supporter, you're very scared if he's on the semicircle or if you see him in space, because he looks to make things happen. He's truly a maverick, and I truly like the guy as a footballer. Again, I don't want to be saying he's going to be this, he's going to be that, he can do this and that. Let's just let the lad develop, but he's someone I'd probably, if I could, bring to Arsenal. At least if he doesn't make it, profit can be made, but I think he's going to be a big player in the future, possibly. So yeah, man. Guys, deluded, get in the comments, subscribe and do the rest. I'm out. Thank you very much for watching, of course.